So when it comes to YouTube's ID age verification update that'll happen on August 13th, I have one major question. Why are most big YouTubers not talking about this? Full credits to YouTubers like my man Moist Critical and some Ordinary Gamers for talking about this, but most YouTubers, and especially most bigger YouTubers, just don't seem to want to acknowledge this update at all. Like I said, a few big YouTubers like Critical and Mudahar have made their videos, but what about all those other big YouTubers that are normally very vocal on YouTube related updates and situations? And obviously maybe some of the YouTubers I'm about to talk about have made some sort of statement somewhere that I've missed, and if that's the case, I do apologize. But YouTubers like Markiplier, who are normally very active when they talk about YouTube issues, I have yet to see a dedicated video from him about this whole YouTube ID verification thing. In this video, he was talking about AI, so maybe somewhere in this hour and 22 minutes he might have mentioned it, but like I said, I was hoping for like a dedicated YouTube video from someone of his voice and stature. Jacksepticeye is another person who's been pretty vocal about YouTube changes, and I was really hoping that there would be some type of statement from him somewhere. Once again, I was really hoping for like a dedicated YouTube video where he would talk about the fact that this is really wrong, and he hopes that this doesn't go through and all this type of stuff. And I understand that even YouTubers of him and Markiplier's size, they can't really do anything about it. Like, as long as YouTube makes a decision and they're firm on it, then it can't be changed. But I'm talking about spreading awareness. I'm talking about creating unity in our community to be like, you know what, this is fucked up, this is wrong, and this shouldn't happen. Like I said, I wouldn't be pointing out these two YouTubers specifically if they didn't make videos in the past talking about YouTube issues. I mean, they both literally have videos titled something along the lines of YouTube has a huge problem, or YouTube needs to fix this, or whatever. And like I said, I don't believe that these guys have the power to just like straight up reverse an update that YouTube has made. That's not what I'm expecting to happen. Again, I'm just talking about creating unity in the community so everybody can come together and be like, yeah, we all fucking disagree with this change. We don't believe that we should have to hand over our IDs. Just because YouTube's AI automated systems make a mistake and Marcus is under 18, we shouldn't have to hand over a government ID or a credit card or a video verification, anything like that. Especially in today's age when information is just gathered and sold like nothing. Ironically, a lot of big YouTubers made videos about COPPA when it happened, which was that update on YouTube in 2020, where everybody had to mark their videos as either made for kids or not made for kids. Most people like MatPat over here before he retired was just giving updates on it and talking about how it's going to change the landscape of YouTube. But a lot of other big YouTubers were making videos saying they hope the law doesn't get passed and hopefully YouTube doesn't enforce it and all this stuff. And the reason why it's ironic is because this is an actual change that was forced into law and forced into YouTube by the legal system. The FTC literally forced YouTube to enforce this COPPA update and to force everybody to mark their videos as made for kids or not made for kids. So even if we were to make videos about it, unless that law was removed or overturned, we wouldn't even be able to do anything about it. Which brings me to the point that I'm trying to make in this video. As for now, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but YouTube's decision to make AI automated age verification systems has not been influenced by a law that is currently acting in the United States. Yes, it's probably influenced by the UK Online Safety Act, but nothing in America has passed yet where they are mandating YouTube to do so, if that makes sense. Now, in the COPPA update in 2020, there were laws that were passed that essentially forced YouTube to do the whole made for kids or not made for kids thing. So my overall point is, wouldn't it make much more sense for us to create videos raising awareness about this situation that we could actually maybe overturn or fix, since this decision hasn't actually been enacted by some sort of law? Hopefully I'm making sense, but I just feel like the YouTube community, if there's any time for us to come together and talk about something and essentially protest against it, it would be this. And I am willing to give people benefit of the doubt. I understand that Mr. Beast's whole Team Water thing is going on right now, so maybe a lot of bigger YouTubers have their attention on this. And to be honest, it's a great cause. If Mr. Beast does everything that he said he was going to do and actually provide clean water for millions of people, well then that's awesome and that's great. But at the end of the day, this whole YouTube ID age verification thing, this is something that is going to affect the entire YouTube platform in what looks like in a pretty detrimental way. It is a clear violation of privacy rights where they are just essentially trying to cannibalize all of the information that we could possibly give to YouTube, take it, and we don't know what they're going to be doing with it. And it's not just YouTube. I mean, it's pretty much at this point, almost every single website and almost every single government out there is just craving for your information. Yes, you watching this video right now. So yeah, like I said, I understand the whole Team Water thing is important and I get all that, but at the end of the day, I do wish a lot more bigger YouTubers would be focusing on this ID verification thing as well. This shit is really important and I really wish we got more voices and eyes on this issue. Like I said earlier, so far to my knowledge, I believe the biggest content creator that has covered this whole thing has been Critical, but I have seen other content creators like Asmongold talk about it, but he essentially downplayed it and said like, yeah, you kind of already give YouTube your privacy just by logging onto the internet with your ISP and all that. And I understand the argument that he's making, but to be honest with you, I really don't think the idea that YouTube is going to be asking for a government ID if they make a mistake on their behalf, that shouldn't be something that is downplayed. That's really fucked up. And at the end of the day, we really need to make sure that these websites just don't go overboard and just start asking us for all this crazy information. YouTube at its core has always been a website where everybody just came to watch videos, to be entertained, to be educated, to watch scary videos, to listen to music, stuff like that. But at the end of the day, like this whole ID thing, man, it's really unfortunate, and it doesn't even seem like it's going to be able to stop some of the major issues on the platform. I mean, shit, if they're going to ask us to hand over IDs, can they at least make sure that that situation fixes some of the rampant problems on the platform? Like comment bots, man. You see these fucking asshole comment bots, UTTP or whatever the fuck their name are, bots just commenting random horrible shit on a bunch of videos. You see these like nudity sex bots that comment everywhere as well, saying, oh, I love your video, it was great and inspiring. 1 second after you upload it, and you go on their profile and it's some sort of link to some sort of obscure website. I mean, shit, like I said, if you're gonna be asking everybody to give you ID, can we at least fix these problems of these obvious bots that aren't even human beings? How are real human beings being forced to prove their identities and their ages, but actual bots just get to go scot-free away on the website? But yeah, sorry I kind of just rambled in this video, but I really hope that just because this whole YouTube ID thing is losing a little bit of steam in terms of how many people are talking about it, doesn't mean collectively that everybody should just stop talking about it and just make it seem like, oh, you know, it's not that big of a deal, it's gonna happen, so let's just ignore it. It is a big deal. You guys are clearly showing a lot of interest in the issue, especially with the way the channel's been blowing up recently, so I really want to make sure I can keep giving you guys some sort of update. And even if I don't have a fucking update like in this video, I just want to talk about this shit, man. This is something that cannot be swept under the carpet. I don't want to get super fired up in this video, but goddamn, man, this is a fucking big deal, man. I'm not giving YouTube my ID. I don't want this to be super dramatic and say like, oh, we just start some sort of mutiny or whatever, but can we at least get big YouTubers to say that this is wrong? Especially YouTubers who have previously not shied away from speaking out against YouTube and YouTube's issues. Come on, everybody, let's fucking get some unity going here so that the YouTube platform knows, oh yeah, these guys really don't fucking like this change, and it's not just normal YouTube users, it's also the big ass YouTubers with 50 million subs as well. All right, that's the end of my fucking TED Talk. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys so much for your support over the past week or so. I really appreciate every single one of you. I try to read every single comment and I try to reply to as many as I can, but thank you guys so much for your support. And speaking of reading comments, I've been getting hundreds of comments saying that people have been unsubscribed from the channel since I've been making these whole YouTube criticism videos and stuff. And I understand, like I said in other videos before, that this has been a glitch on YouTube for a while, but a lot of people were saying, oh, I don't even really think anyone got unsubscribed to you. You're probably just doing this to get more subscribers or whatever. Well, first of all, I don't blame you guys for doubting me because so many people clickbait and lie on this website, but here's just some proof for you guys of so many people saying that they've been unsubscribed, and a lot of it has been happening very recently. I've filtered the comments to mention the word unsubscribed, and as you notice, most of these comments are from like a day or two ago. So in terms of this situation, it seems like people are randomly getting unsubscribed, especially since I've been talking about this whole YouTube ID age verification thing. So if you guys could do me a favor and make sure that you guys are subscribed with notifications on, I would really appreciate it. And if you guys could leave a like and a comment on this video, that would be helpful too, because it would help push this video in the algorithm. Like I've said in other videos, man, I'm not giving YouTube my ID. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Don't fucking stop talking about this, please. And subscribe for more. See ya.